Hello and welcome to another edition of Better Life. I'm Dr. Fry, and I tell you what, we got an exciting show with you. Later in the show, we're going to be getting into a man that's on once before. You'll remember him when you see him, and he has some great things to talk about that's going on here in Baton Rouge. We've had a lot of people give us a call at the office and say, I need your email address and things of that nature. So we're going to take just a second on the show to put up a couple of things. If you have somebody you want to have on the show, or you have a question about the show, you can contact us and email me, of course, at WLFT. And of course, you can win prizes by looking at us on Facebook and checking out all the past episodes on the YouTube channel, of course. We have all of the episodes there, so if you had somebody that you missed, you can watch them anytime, including today's show will be posted on YouTube immediately after it airs on Friday evening. So we hope that you will check us out, like us, and win a few prizes, because right now we're still looking for the best love story. And you can send it to us and tell us your best love story, and that way you could win a nice dinner to Icky Bonds, which is being remodeled right now. And when they do their grand opening in June, you'll be there. How about that, as a guest of Better Life? A great place to spend the evening with your loved one. And with me today is a guy that has some cool things going on in the particular Baton Rouge area of town that everybody doesn't want to talk about. So with us today is James Wyndham, who is going to talk about that particular part of town. Welcome to the show, James.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you being on. Now tell us a little bit about the organization that you work for.
The organization is Capital Area Reentry Coalition, and we've been around, well, for a number of years, but we became a 501c3 tax-exempt corporation back in 2011. So we're basically a new infant in our area right now, but one of the services that we provide, or the services that we provide through our partners, is employment opportunities, housing, transitional housing, soft skills training, educational pursuits for the men and women coming out of incarceration.
Okay.
And so we do that through the 70 or 75 partners that we have in our coalition.
Now, what's the number one objection you hear from business owners that say, I'm not hiring one of your people?
They're always concerned that the men and women that we refer to them will not stay, will not, if they do come and start working, they will not retain the job. They show up a few days, once they get that check, then they quit. But unfortunately, for our clients, that is not true. Most of the clients that we refer to our employers, they not only have been gone through training for job
reentry, right?
They've gone through reentry classes for anger management, substance abuse, but they've also gone through an extensive behavioral modification type classes that deal with the very issues that many of our employers are concerned about. So not only will they get the job, but they will retain the job once they get it. They also have been giving extensive training in various crafts such as welding, heating and air, automotives. So these guys and women that are coming out are very well trained.
We may have some employees here I want to send over to you and have you go through some classes.
Fantastic. The projection for 2014 is that there's going to be anywhere from 9,000 jobs or more out there for the men and women in our community. And what better workforce than those men and women that have been trained already, that are going to have a mentor to monitor them. They're going to have probation officers that's going to hold them accountable to the success plan that they've written. So these guys are probably a better source of employment for our employers than people who are just off the streets.
All right, now you brought some pictures with you that we want to share with the people at home today. So if we can get him to get it up on the screen there, we want to look and see exactly what this first photograph is that you brought with us to look at. All right. So tell us a little bit about this particular photograph.
Well, the young man that's speaking here is Vice Chancellor John Pierre of the Southern Law School Center. But this event was called the Capital Area Reentry Coalition's first annual Partner Appreciation Reception. The wonderful thing about this is that people probably look at James Wyndham as the coalition, but it's a host of 70+ people who provide the services for our guys and women coming out of incarceration. And what we wanted to do for this particular event was begin to recognize these guys, these service providers that have been doing this business for years. They're sort of behind the scenes.
Right.
So we wanted to bring them up front, let the people know who they are. And John did a masterful job of talking about the importance of the community working with us jointly to provide the services and bring the success to the men and women coming from incarceration.
I see. All right. Well, we can take that picture down, and maybe should have another photograph here that come up on the other screen if he can dissolve over to the other one. For some reason, there we go. All right, you got us back. Do you have the other pictures on the other net now that you can show? Still locking on that one, is it? Okay. All right, well, here we go. All right, so what is this?
Now, the wonderful thing was we were able to garner the support of a lot of businesses throughout the community. And one of the things they provided were gift certificates as well as other items that we awarded to our attendees. And what you see there is that is Randy Nichols, who's also the executive director of the Capital Area Alliance for the Homeless. And of course, one of the services he provides is transitional housing and for indigent as well as some of our clients. But what was so great there is that he was gifted with a gift certificate that he could use for he and his wife. So not only did we recognize him as a partner of our coalition, but we also awarded him something that he could take home. So
all right.
That was wonderful.
When we come back, I'm going to share some more pictures with you from our guest, James Wyndham, of course, and we're going to find out how your company can benefit from using this organization to improve your company. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hey, Baton Rouge and surrounding areas. It's your friend Jay, and I'ma tell you true. If you want the best crawfish in town, you have got to go by the Crawfish Crib, located at 7869 Greenwell Springs Road and 9836 Florida Boulevard. Holler at Henry and ask him to hook you up with that Gold Rush garlic butter sauce on your crawfish and your crab legs, y'all. It's good. Have a good time.
Welcome back to A Better Life. I'm Dr. Fry. Of course, this show is to help people improve their life in Baton Rouge, and today's guest is James Wyndham, who is with an organization that specializes in bringing young people, or I guess old people too, that have been incarcerated back into the workforce. Yeah. Now, tell us a little bit, we're going to get to some pictures in just a second, but tell us a little bit about how companies should evaluate whether or not this program will work for them.
One of the things I emphasize all the time is about relationships. And one of the things that I've also expressed to a lot of our employers is that the one thing that we have going for them is that we're aimed to produce a better product for them as an employer.
Right.
We don't want to just give them someone that says, here, you know, this is, gentlemen, hire him. No, we want to make sure that not only the employee is going to get a good shot, we want to make sure the employer gets a good shot. Like I said, they've been trained. They've gone through extensive issues with. I mean, they've been trained to deal with issues such as anger management and drug addiction. But more importantly, there's a tax credit available to all employers who hire our particular clientele. In fact, they can get up to $2,400 from that hiring just that one person, and they can hire as many people as they want to. And so there's a tremendous financial advantage for the
Sure there is.
employer to hire our particular clientele.
How many clients do you have right now available to go back into the workforce?
We'll put it like this. There's 40,000, generally 40,000 people incarcerated right now in the state of Louisiana. And 95 to 97% of those persons are coming back to our community statewide. Now, within Baton Rouge, we're looking at about 2,000 people coming out annually to the Baton Rouge area. And those persons, right now, if you think of it, Exxon has about 5,000 people in this complex working. 2,000 people coming back from incarceration right here in Baton Rouge. That's almost a third of the people working at Exxon. So that's a huge employment force coming that are trained and motivated to do a good job.
Now, it looks to me like it would be smart for people to look into this program, because not only do they get an employee, but they also get you providing a service that kind of watches over that employee to be sure he shows up for work, he's doing right. You're kind of checking with the employer, making sure that that everything's working out and that kind of stuff. So it's really better to hire somebody through you than hire them off the street and you don't know what you're getting.
A very good point. In fact, just recently I received a phone call from a person that hired one of our clients. And his statement was how wonderful this person was, that they were motivated, they were energetic, everyone loved them, both the customers as well as the rest of the work staff. So it was a win-win, but he also indicated that the guy had an issue where he had a car accident that he wanted me to be aware of. What that does is, now I can go back and talk with that particular client, make sure that there are no issues, no concerns, and that this is not something that's a prelude to an issue. Excellent. So it's a win-win for both the employee as well as the employer.
All right. I believe that we're going to look at some more pictures here. If we got just a chance to bring this up on the screen. This photograph that we're going to look at here is a lovely couple. Who's this?
This is Ms. Verna Bradley Jackson. She's one of our partners. In fact, probably everyone knows Ms. Verna. She's been helping house the indigent as well as other particular clients and our artists in our city for years. But we wanted to recognize the work she has been doing through the coalition at this particular event. And so she received a plaque, but more importantly, she received recognition because once again, Ms. Verna has been doing this behind the scenes for years, and it was amazing when we started the coalition and created our 501c3. When I talked about Ms. Verna's ministry, which is One Touch Ministry, when I talked about that to the people, they were, who is this person? And this is someone has been doing this for 25 years. She used to work out of the old Belmont Hotel, but she has her own place now, a set of apartments that she houses people. So if anyone who is in need of housing, we go to Ms. Verna Bradley Jackson.
I see. Okay. Now we had a couple other photos I want to flip over here too. What's this?
This is one of those incidents where we were so ecstatic because this was a person who worked with us, and what they received here was a autographed baseball of the entire LSU baseball team. And of course, you know, everyone expects LSU to go all the way to the college Super Bowl, World Series. And of course, when that happens, that baseball has become very valuable.
That's very nice. All right, speaking of football.
Speaking of football, this particular young lady is Catherine Martin. Now, Catherine Martin has been the executive director of the O'Brien House for a number of years.
And what's the O'Brien House?
The O'Brien House provides a substance abuse counseling and treatment for not only our clients, but for many people throughout the city. And they've been doing this for a number of years and a very successful program. And what we have here is Miss Catherine Martin actually was awarded a autographed football with Les Miles' name on it.
How about that?
And of course, we know that LSU is going to do a wonderful job this year of going all the way to the
whatever championship
BCS.
It's called this year.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
But once again, a very valuable
nice prize.
ball.
Yes, indeed. All right, this photo.
We were fortunate this year to work with a group of young people out of LSU's Mass Communications Department. I can't speak too highly of them. They did a masterful job of marketing the Capital Area Reentry Coalition.
Good.
Everything from creating our Facebook, working on our website, but more importantly, I know that we're going to be seeing and hearing from these young people in the future. They are incredible, energetic, incisive, took initiative.
Really
those
helped out.
7 people I really loved. And
All
of
right.
course, that's yours truly,
Oh,
doing too much talking.
You wouldn't do that. All right. Those are wonderful photographs, and I appreciate you being on the show. And I wish that people watching would take advantage of this situation. Contact them, find out more information. If you lost the info, of course, you can always call us here at the station. We will put you in touch with these people. I appreciate you being on again.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
when we come back, we're going to learn about some iron sharpening iron, I believe. So you'll want to stay tuned. And right now, we'll be back from a word from our sponsors.
What are people saying about their Easy Bath walk-in tub?
I had a regular tub, and it was very hard for me as an amputee to push myself up and get out of the tub.
Easy Baths equal easy solutions for worry-free bathing.
I watched her get in and out of that tub a few times, and I would try to help her get in or out of the tub, and that didn't work too well. And so I said, there's got to be a better way.
Easy Baths of Louisiana sells the highest quality walk-in tub with low interest financing. Easy Bath walk-in tubs exclusive stainless steel and glass door, dual massage therapy, and inline water heater. Easy Baths, a local company with excellent customer service. Call right now for your free in-home consultation and your $750 discount.
Welcome back to A Better Life. I hope you're enjoying this week's show. Today we have Mr. Mark Lubbock on the show. We have promised to have him on once before. We blew it, but we got him back. But what he has to say is something that I think everybody should listen up about. The group that he works with has an annual event here in Baton Rouge, works with a lot of the area churches called Iron Sharpens Iron. And we invite you, of course, to find out more on our Facebook and email us, of course, if you have a question about what you're about to find out about. Welcome to the show, Mr. Mark Lubbock. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Doctor. It's good to be here.
All right, tell us a little bit about this group that you represent and what it's all about.
You bet. Gulf South Men was formed to come alongside the church to help develop effective means of discipling men. And I'll tell you where we came from and why that was developed. I started taking a look at some of the statistics here in the state. In fact, your previous guest, James, really pointed out some of the challenges we have. We
Sure.
have the highest rate of incarceration per capita in the United States, 7 years running. And yet we also have the highest regular church attendance statistics nationwide.
Yay.
We have one of the highest number of churches per capita nationwide. So we've got a lot of people in church going frequently, regularly, and yet we still have some great social problems. We've determined there's a problem in discipling those that have the greatest influence in the family, which is the men. So we looked to find ways that we could help the church, in particular some of the smaller to medium churches that don't have a lot of resources. And we look for best practice. How can we help them develop effective means to disciple men, to make men who follow Jesus Christ in every part of their life? And so Gulf South Men came across a national conference called Iron Sharpens Iron, and we became qualified to be their regional partner. It's an annual event that's designed to equip the small churches. So what we do is we bring in national keynote speakers, and in one day we provide 2 keynote sessions that equip the men and charge them with a mission when they leave, but also 16 breakout sessions. And these are targeted at men of all different ages, and they're appropriate for men where they are in their walk in life. So when they leave, they'll have had in one day, in one place, an enormous variety of breakout sessions and keynote teachings that'll take them back to the church with something to do. They'll have an action step afterwards.
Right. That's cool. I don't know if we can put the graphic up on the screen, but this was one that you just had, and this kind of tells us. It says here who should attend. Lead us a bit through what you're trying to say there.
We've got something for emerging men. We've identified ages 13 through 19 as a target group for that. So we have a session, a train-out session that's appropriate for their age and where they are in life. Most of them are single, many are still in school. And then for pioneering men, these are young adults, many are single, but many are also married with young children. So we develop programs that are appropriate for them and their age. And then full throttle men, guys who are in the middle of the full pace of life, they're developing families, careers, and have different needs. And then seasoned men, men 55 and up, who have different needs and are at a different place in life. So we are meeting them at their point of need and where they are with their life experience.
Hey, how about that? Today I become a seasoned man.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
This show's airing Friday, and how about that, the big 55. Going back to another graphic here, this kind of shows the iron sharpens iron. This is what people, the logo they would look at. Well, maybe it didn't come up on the screen. I'm sorry. That's probably my fault. That's okay. We'll get that in just a second. The iron sharpened iron has been around. How long has these seminars been going on?
This has been a 12-year journey, and it's expanded now to 50 conferences nationwide. And we've got world-class speakers. We have everybody from General Boykin, Lax Cato, well-known people, both regionally and nationally, that joined our team to help provide some of this ministry and message to the local guys. We've got sports figures, New England Patriot star Don Davis, three-time Super Bowl player, and a variety of other people that have dedicated time to help reach out and help us in this mission to disciple the men.
Wow. It has a lot of people go to it. I know I went to one in Atlanta, Georgia one time. There was roughly 20-some thousand people there. So
yeah,
these are largely attended events.
That's right. That's right.
And they're held in major cities all across the United States.
They are.
And back in Baton Rouge next year, April, you say?
Yeah, the neighborhood of April. We try to hold it in the same city and have it annually. So it's something that the churches can plan on as their men's event for the year, their men's equipping event.
Now, where did you hold the event at this past year?
We had that at Chapel in the Oaks this past year, and that's we're fixing the host for the upcoming year, and we'll announce that shortly.
Sure. And do you like to do it at churches, or do convention centers work sometimes? Or?
Well, it's a matter of capacity. We probably will be growing to some larger venues as the local crowds grow, but we do prefer churches. We want to partner up with the church, and we don't identify with any particular denomination. We invite all denominations. But I feel like a church is a good place to hold this.
Was you able to get the Iron Sharpened Iron logo there? Was I able to get that to you? I'm not sure. Yeah, there it is. That's what people want to look for. It's traditionally the same. You'll always see that. Iron sharpens iron, and it's a wonderful event for young men, old men, everybody to participate in. Now, what's a basic charge to attend the Iron Sharpens Men, and how long does it take? I mean, how long am I going to be there? Just so they get a little idea.
A great question. First of all, the event is held in one day. We start at 8:30 in the morning, end at 4:55, so that there aren't overnight travel expenses for guys that come from out of town. And the cost for groups is $39 a person. We try to keep it approachable for them and give them a world-class event, and we provide all the resources and materials that goes with that.
Right. Okay, so the people also can take away from this, because I know guys that do this. You'll meet people there and you will form groups that will become prayer groups or mentoring groups and things. Tell us some stories that you know about have come out of the event here in Baton Rouge.
Well, actually, I've been contacted by several individuals and churches. We had people attending from Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, and several of them, when we went back, had such energy and excitement that they started forming small groups. They've invited Gulf South men to come visit them where they are to help hold some local events to add people to their small group, but also to help them identify a mission. The idea is to equip the church to be more effective, and so we work with the church and the men inside the church to develop programs that they want to launch and initiate.
Well, I appreciate you being on the show, and it is definitely something we'll be paying attention to as it gets closer. We'll have you back on next year, okay?
I appreciate it, Doctor. Thank you.
All right. Until next time, please remember this, that you can have a better life, especially through Jesus Christ.